What's shaking, YouTuberites? Welcome to the Cover Price Shaker Show for August 21. There you have it. Chris, you can stop sharing your screen now. I know we were setting up backstage, but there you go. We don't need that. But what's going on, guys? Yes, we're not firing up the ones and twos, but it's okay. We've got enough fire here with us tonight, and especially on the aftermarket. So let's go round the horn and say hi to everybody. Chat, I see you guys. But Marty, we missed you significantly. How have you been, sir?
Greetings and salutation, geeks and geekettes, and welcome to another Thursday Shaker Show, man. How have I been? I am just getting over a little bit of feeling ill the past few weeks, but I am so much better now. I am back talking comic books with my friends here, and we are going to see what this list is about. I didn't expect to come on tonight. I'm glad I did. I have not got a chance to see this list, so I'm shooting from the hip like I always do. But everybody, this is going to be a great show. We always have a great show for you, and we hope that you stay tuned, enjoy us, comment. We love interacting with the chat. We love talking to you guys. You guys got some knowledge out there, and you guys are funny as shit, So
yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Keep it coming, man. Lando, Good to be back, brother.
Yeah, man, happy to have you back, and I will double down on what Marty just said because, yes, we absolutely love coming to hang out with the live chat, as you can see, highlighting you all, and, yeah, man, if you're catching the replay, don't hesitate. Comment below, let us know what you guys think of the books we're talking about tonight. Chris, how's it been, dude?
Hey, man, long time no see, especially since you've been ditching me on Tuesdays. I'm really happy that Laura's going to be back, though, so I don't have to pull the hosting duties. I'm back to just being a reading panelist. Don't need to control the board and do 15 things at the same time. I'm very excited.
Yes. I'd rather be a talking head than having to deal with preparing for a show, man. I'm
Marty,
like on the
so
comic covers, the bubblehead.
I'm so happy you're back, Marty. I'm so happy you're feeling better. I'm so happy your family's doing well. We've been praying for you.
Appreciate it.
And man, I'm thrilled. This list tonight, it's not an O for Abyss. There is a bridge on this list that may get you a 1 or a 2. And I think possibly a 3. But anything more than a 3, I want proof of life.
Yeah, proof of life. Absolutely. So make sure you post on your socials, on Instagram. Tag us. We want to see these books, man, because half of us have probably never seen any of these books. So that's
right there. At Dr. Yo-Yo, that's my tag on Instagram. Marty is at Collecting Comics. Travis is at Trek War Comics. And, of course, Lando is Black Crown Comics. You can tag us on Instagram. We talk to you guys when you tagged us, and we'll talk to you, man. We're not all high horse and snooty or anything like that. We're here to hang out, and that
Lando is.
Yeah. Hey, are we doing it's been a while since I've been on a Thursday show. So, are we still doing giveaways on Thursday nights, or what are we doing here?
So, to my knowledge, there's no giveaway for tonight. But hey, who knows?
Okay.
Man? Maybe we'll surprise you guys next week. You never know.
Yeah. All right, man. I only ask because, like I said, I typically do the Tuesday shows. But I don't know. I'm thinking about migrating. I don't know, Lando.
Sure. Whatever.
Tell you what. Just to share this quick little story, and then Travis, you'll give your highs. But Lando, you know what I picked up recently for less than $10.
Can
right?
you stop showing off?
Well, I'm just saying. I picked up that Terraria book that appeared on the list last week. I paid less than $10. It's a $600 book. I will give away when I get that in the mail. I will show it on camera, and then we'll do a giveaway. I will give away a Steam key for Terraria. Okay.
Yeah.
Free game, folks.
A shirt. So. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. Great. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. If you guys want to do that, let me know. Message me. Matt, you know where to hit me up. And we'll run that at the end of the show. But before we get into the show, go through all these amazing books. Because, guys, I know I say this every week that the Shakers list is crazy impressive, etc. But, man, there's something about this week, man. But, like I said, before we get into it, yes. Travis, the man who has gone from writing the write-ups for Cover Price, now joining us on screen. What's up, man?
What's up? I'm glad to be back. Y'all didn't kick me out yet. I've made it to my second week, so we'll see what happens. It might be all downhill from here. That might have been the high point, but let's hope not. So yeah, I'm glad to be back. Love hanging out with you guys. To go from watching the show every week to kind of hanging out with you guys is pretty awesome. So glad to have Marty back, and as always, awesome to see Chris. And you're pretty good too, Lando.
I appreciate it.
We tolerate Lando, just so you know,
It's
Travis.
fine. He's fine.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Hey, that's your tag team partner tonight, Travis. I wouldn't dunk on him. You got forward-facing ball caps versus backward-facing ball caps. Let's get it on. Right?
That's true.
I'll go ahead, baby. I'll go ahead,
Chris.
I feel like I'm really the anchor here. Now let's come on. I'm the anchor of this tag team.
Ooh,
duo.
we're getting deep here. Where my boots at? Where my boots at?
You gotta. Hey, don't come at the champ, okay? The champ is here, man.
All right, guys, let's get into the show. Travis, before we get into the show, maybe we could do something fun. Every time you're on, do you have a write-up that's on the list tonight?
Yes.
Okay, we all have to guess, including the chat and those of you catching the replay.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see if we know which one he wrote up. So, with that being said, let's kick off the show, guys. It is the Cover Price Shaker Show for August 21st. Now, if you're wondering how we come to put together these awesome lists, well, the Shaker list, you can go over to the Cover Price website where they have the Daily Shaker section, and you can see live, always up to date, what is happening on the aftermarket. So make sure you're checking that list every single day, guys, because it is constantly changing and updating us with some amazing sales that take place on the aftermarket. So to kick it off with the first book, Marty, welcome back. What do we have here?
Orlando, I hope you have that Bingoling fuck video on standby, man, because it has been a minute since I actually read shit on here. So we're going to start out with number 1 with the astounding Wolfman number 18, Frank Cho 1:25 ratio, image 2009. When we first touched on this book back in March, Market Report, it was impressive, but the tear it's been on lately has been insane. Season 3 is done and gone, but the Invincible hype hasn't died down. Fans are now looking forward to Season 4. More Battle Beast and picking up rare Wolfman covers before he could potentially pop up in the Invincible universe. Apparently, this is the variant to get, a highlighted prior. What's changed is that we've got our first graded sale. Prior sales this year were all raw, ranging from $500 to about $620, with a $290 sale for good measure. The most recent sale, a CGC 9.8, came in about $1,450. It's broken the only graded book in the CGC database, and with that recent sale, it has effectively broken ground on the graded market. Still, there are other incredible Wolfman variants to secure outside of this one. But this 1:25 ratio from Frank Cho leads the pack.
Yeah, Marty, I did not want to cut you off, but it's absolutely deserving. $1,450?
Damn! Very much so, Lando. And you know what? Here's the thing. Frank Cho is known for his buxom women, especially the buxom rear ends that Frank Cho really likes doing. I mean, you can't get away from his women figurines and things like that. And of course, you see it here with this Wolfman cover with the lady in distress. But I don't know. I mean, this is going to be interesting. I mean, I know with the universe with this, it's big, it's hype. We're going to see, anything with Robert Kirkman is always going to be something that comes up very popular either now or eventually. I mean, so, and then on top of that, you got Frank Cho, right?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I love Frank Cho. The Death of Buffy the Vampire Slayer cover, dude, this gets a huge wow in my books because this is a big sale. Now, everything that is connected to the Invincible universe, etc. Robert Kirkman, like you were saying, doing amazing things. But I'm actually surprised that issue 11 isn't getting a lot of love so far. If you guys have not seen that one, I encourage everybody take a look at that one, man. But yeah, it goes for a little bit of a pretty penny, but you've got the you've got a throwdown there happening with Invincible. So yeah, who knows, man? I think that might be a cool book to keep an eye out for. Chris, what do you think of this?
Yeah, man, it's you can't really go wrong with anything in the Invincible universe right now. The crossovers are key right now. The interest is high. Honestly, to be honest, if you have Invincible books, I think right now it's the time to sell. You'll have the opportunity to get them back in a couple of years when they stop doing the show on Amazon. But you might as well flip those expensive books while you can. And while they're getting that high dollar value, because I foresee once the stream of media stops coming from the Amazon waterfall, you are going to see a dip in interest. And when that happens, you should see a dip in prices as well.
Yeah. Travis, talk to me, sir.
I mean, what's not to love about a solid Frank Cho cover, a damsel in distress? Well, maybe a little more than distress, but this is absolutely awesome. It's the sale is what's really blowing my mind. The fact that we have not had a graded sale on this book, period, for a book that is this old is kind of wild. But massive sale, and it just goes to show Invincible still so hot right now. So love it. This is really super cool.
Yep. Love seeing this on the list. An amazing cover. The death of Buffy. Yeah. Astounding Wolfman, issue 18, the Frank Cho variant, which is a 1-in-25 ratio by Image from 2009. Had a top sale for a CGC 9.8 for an absolutely amazing $1,450. Chris, let's keep it rolling. What do we got next?
This is your first chance to stay out of the O for Abyss, folks. We got Avengers number 110. This is the regular direct edition, not the newsstand, not some Canadian negative backward printed variant, not some weird available only in a box of Twinkies. This is the regular edition, Avengers 110 from Marvel Comics in 1973. Bronze Age Marvel Comics have been steadily increasing in value over the past decade. This is due in no small part to the rise of popularity of the MCU and the other media like Marvel rivals. Many Marvel heroes have origins or major milestones that occurred during the Bronze Age. And while this is not the first time the Avengers have fought Magneto, this cover puts the Master of Magnetism front and center. This issue has a unique place in the comics because the X-Men were around, but had not yet become as well-known a team as they are today. This book predates the release of Giant Size X-Men by several years. It was an interesting choice made by the writer, Stephen Englehart. Additionally, the cover artist may not have been current on their X-Men because Jean Grey is drawn in her old blue and yellow costume, which she hadn't been pictured in since number 5 of the X-Men. It's also no secret that Kevin Feige and the set of Fox X-Men characters have been on a collision course with the MCU. It has already been confirmed that Sir Ian Malcolm will reprise the role of Magneto. And in the Avengers Doomsday movie that's downstream, it's possible that this recent high sale was made in speculation of that upcoming event, or perhaps it's the collectability that took this precedent. The current CGC population report shows close to 500 graded copies. However, only 27, so that's less than half, just a little bit over 0.5%, are 9.8 condition. Recently, a 9.8 sold for $2,400. Now, I'm going to add something to this discussion because we see it on the Shaker report every single week. High grade, Bronze Age.
Yep.
Equals 4 figures. Okay? We see it over and over and over again. Non-key books selling for thousands of dollars because they are 9.8 and their publication date is pre-1983. This is no exception. And while you do have that dual popularity and that Venn diagram overlap, with it being an amazing cover, with an amazing character frame on the front, and the interest in the MCU and the X-Men Fox universe coming up, yes, that is all true. But the consistency that we see week after week after week after week is 9.8 Bronze Age 4-figure sales.
Let me touch on that a little bit, because let's look at Bronze Age, okay? Which ends in 1985. 1985 is when we start Modern Age, right? And a lot of what we see with Bronze Age comic books is we see a steadily shift from Silver Age comparison to things more like what is civil unrest, what's going on around the 60s and 70s, around that time frame, right? And so a lot of Bronze Age books are very underrated, in that a lot of people don't typically go for a lot of Bronze Age, because you look at the majority of sales, you'll see silver that go for a lot, but bronze is But look at these figures. Let these figures speak for itself. You got a 9.8 for 4 figures, just like what Chris was saying, right? So there's something there. Don't sleep on Bronze Age comic books, man. You're talking about history. And people now that can afford a lot of Silver Age books, and a lot of these Modern Age books are just so crazy priced. I mean, so they're really skipping over a lot of Bronze Age books, because they're spending money on different, either older or more modern. What's the hype now? Without trying to get on a tangent here, this is very interesting to see these sales staying steady at this price, and more than that. But man, Bronze Ages are very underrated, man. But look at these prices, and just kind of let the tea leaves speak for themselves.
Yeah, no, Marty, I agree with you, man. 2 things for myself is I love Gil Kane covers. I just absolutely can just stare at them literally all day. But besides that, when talking the CGC 9.8s, you're mentioning, of course, at this point of time within comics, and then CGC 9.8s now going for 4 digits, etc. Chris, Marty, I agree with you both. And in fact, when looking at the CGC census for this one, guys, in a 9.8, I'm only seeing 27 copies on the census. So that gives you an idea of just how few there are. And with only 27, yes, Jeffrey, there you go. See, I see the comment, so I appreciate you. But with only 27, how many times are you going to come across sales of this issue in a 9.8? Seems like relatively few times, right? So not so often. Travis, what do you think of this?
I think both Chris and Marty made really good points. Like I think these Bronze Age books are sort of still overlooked, and the further we get away from the Bronze Age, the harder it's going to be to get, solid condition copies that, you're probably not going to find a 9.8 raw in this book just laying around somewhere. It's just probably not going to happen. So the scarcity, the value of those books will increase because there's just less and less of them out there, obviously. So, but just kind of to echo what Marty said, there are some really, really amazing Bronze Age books that aren't keys, but they're amazing covers. They're supremely overlooked, and they kind of, you can sometimes find some really interesting deals in this era of comic books. This one, huge sale, but you probably, like you said, Lando, probably have to, probably attribute that to the fact that there's only about 27 of these 9.8s out there. So, I'm a sucker for Bronze Age books. They are a large portion of my back issue collection, because kind of back to Marty's point, when I first got into collecting, I wasn't able to buy a bunch of Silver Age books. So Bronze Age always kind of filled that nice little void of like, ooh, I have an old comic book. This is cool. Look at this art. It's fantastic. But I'm balling on a budget, when I first start collecting comic books. So, so that's kind of, I think you guys are all over it. It's just extremely overlooked. But this sale, I don't think this is any indication that this is going to stop. I think you're going to continue to see these books pop over time. Just they don't have to be keys at this point.
Yeah, it's crazy because you got JSS who's saying that it's up for 1,400 at my comic shop right now. So in a 9.8, which is very interesting. So the 2,400 sale is very impressive for this book. You spoke very passionately, Travis. So I'm starting to guess that maybe this might be one of the possible write-ups for you. But we'll see. I think there's a lot more books to talk about. So with that said, the Avengers issue 110, the regular edition by Marvel from 1973, at a top sale for a CGC 9.8. At $2,400. Man, I love this next cover. Travis, talk to us.
Next up, we have Classic Popeye number 15, the Pedro Vargas variant, a 1-in-10 ratio from IDW in 2012. The Shaker list is no stranger to seeing big-time sales for IDW variants from the 2010s. We've frequently covered issues of Sonic the Hedgehog, Star Trek, and more that have all fetched high values on the aftermarket. This week, another classic IP graces our list as issue number 15 of Classic Popeye from 2012 hit a new all-time high. Fetching an eye-popping $250 for a raw near mint copy, this book topped its previous high of $200 from all the way back in 2018. And with a cover featuring stellar work from the cartoonist Pedro Vargas, this 1-in-10 variant is virtually non-existent on the aftermarket. There have only been 16 documented aftermarket sales on Cover Price's database, with all of them being raw sales. And if that seems strange that there were no graded sales of this book, look no further than the only 4 total copies currently registered on CGC's census, which only 2 of are 9.8 graded copies. With the brilliant Rat Fink-inspired cover art and the extreme scarcity of the book overall, it should come as no surprise to see this book to continue to pop for collectors of both classic cartoon-inspired books and just really cool covers. Let's be honest, this is awesome.
Yeah,
so
go
ahead. Sorry, man.
No, it's all you, sir.
Yeah, so this one is really cool. I love the Rat Fink style art. It's the Rat Fink kind of inspired art. That's always been super cool to me. And Pedro Vargas does some really cool work. Kind of all over the medium as an artist. Does all kinds of cool things. So, but this is the same song and dance over and over and over again. 2010s IDW incentive variants, ratio variants, whatever. Always pop for big money. I mean, I can remember specifically, like this article said, Star Trek, Sonic the Hedgehog. We've had My Little Pony on the Shaker Report. We've had numerous IDW titles pop for crazy numbers, and so this is not surprising. Super cool, and very, very, very scarce. I mean, I think the first sale on this was back in, or the first sale that we have documented cover prices at 2018, and it was a big number then, and it's kind of dipped, but now it just popped off again. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a really neat book.
Yeah, dude, I think it's awesome, man. And you know what? It's funny because you talk about the style of art, how you love it, and so do I, man. Even the more you look at it, the more you uncover, like even the little olive on the boat, you know, obviously olive oil from Popeye's, dude. Just everything about this, I love it. The colors pop. It's just the perfect mesh all around. But I know that there's somebody on this panel who's not a big fan of zombies or anything as such. Chris, do you like this? What do you think?
So I do like this, and let me explain why. Okay, you mentioned Rat Fink as a point of inspiration, and while that is true to a point, the work of Ed Roth or Ed Big Daddy Roth, the creator of Rat Fink, he didn't do a lot of zombie motifs with the Rat Fink character. Where you saw what we're seeing here, the souped up bathtub big wheel style thing with the monster freakish ghoulish body horror style Popeye is more in alignment with the work of BK Taylor, who was the artist who did the Odd Rods non-sports cards trading cards for Donruss back in 1969, 1970, 1971, and 72. Those early 70s stickers were kind of some of the things that inspired the Garbage Pail Kids, right? You guys are familiar with that?
Yep.
And the Odd Rod cards and the Silly Cycle cards, which came out after Odd Rods, again by the same company and artist, BK Taylor, they're worth quite a bit of money, and it just kind of catches you off guard. So when I see this, I see a very direct influence from Ratfink, from the style and cartoon of the vehicle, but the monster and body horror is a clear nod to BK Taylor and the Odd Rods card line.
Yeah. Marty, I can't wait to hear your take on this one.
How the hell do you follow that? Really, honestly, I have nothing. Seriously, I have nothing there's nothing that I can add to that he hasn't said already, but, besides the fact that Pedro Vargas, he did an amazing job really capturing that classic Popeye theme look with a more of a modern motif to it, if you will. So, but yeah,
Yep.
good stuff, man.
The one thing I'll add is if you are going through any long boxes or anything like that, and you see IDW and it's from this time period and it says retailer incentive, get it.
Yep.
Just get it. Just get it and don't worry about it and just be patient.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And pretty much like anything you see when it comes to a lot of independence, within the past decade, that you're seeing a huge boom in anything independent, and honestly, you see it even go way back further than The Walking Dead.
Yep.
Travis, I agree. If the price is right, I'm picking it up for sure. But guys, classic Popeye issue 15, the Pedro Vargas variant, which is a 1-in-10 ratio by IDW from 2012, had a top sale for a raw near mint at $250. Hang tight, guys. We're keeping it going with some creepy covers. Marty, what do we got next?
I love this. Shaker number 4 is Frankenstein number 23 prize, published in 1953. That's what I'm talking about. Monsters have always factored prominently in comic book lore. These days, Mark Spear has put a modern take on older monsters with many of his monster covers featured on our top 10 and or Shaker lists these past months. Well, I would say more like past year, right? With this renewed interest in vintage monsters, we have also seen a number of fabulous sales from some of the Golden Age monster covers, including those from the original Frankenstein 1945. Of the 33-issue series, only 2 feature close-up drawings of Frankenstein monster's face, issue number 1 and number 23. Considering the rise cost of purchasing issue number 1, it is no surprise to see collectors gravitate towards other issues from this series. With issue number 23 becoming popular with bidders and collectors this past week, the bold forest green background prominently features our monster's face. Compared to issue number 1, he now looks older, more weathered, and in many ways more grotesque and gaunt, including long stringy hair and a giant scar that now goes down the middle of his forehead. Dick Briefer, wait a minute, Dick Briefer?
It's a real
Dick
name.
Briefer.
You got it, brother.
Dick Briefer drew the covers for both of these issues, and it is clear that he wanted to depict his physical changes over time from issue number 1. This past week, we saw a record sale for a CGC 7.5 reach $1,440. This is only the 3rd recorded sale of this particular issue. Here's hoping we see more high-grade Frankenstein comic issues come to market in the coming months. And let me tell you, man, this is classic Golden Age. I was actually looking at this, and on the Heritage auction site, I think there's even a bid way up close to 3,000 currently too. So you're looking at a re-emergence, if you will, of Golden Age monsters, right? Bela Lugosi's Dracula, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the original Wolfman character, the Mummy, right? The Swamp Thing. I mean, so you're looking at a lot of Golden Age era, which all started the monster series. And then we fast forward to modern day, we get somebody like Mark Spears that does an amazing job with depicting a lot of these old classic characters that our fathers and our grandfathers grew up with seeing, which, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I really inherited that from my father growing up, seeing a lot of these old 1950s and 60s books, even what we see with Vampirella, we see eerie comic books, creepy comic books, old classic artists like Boris Vallejo, Olivia. Man, I can go on with this era, man. I'm a big fan, huge fan of this Golden Age and what we see with Bronze Age and reemergence, like I said, to bring it full circle, the reemergence of these classic monster characters. And I know I went off on a tangent, but yeah, here's my little input.
Marty, it's not a tangent, man. I always appreciate and I love hearing, obviously, your takes and, dude, the knowledge you have. I could tell there's a passion here when it comes to these types of books. But Travis, man, what do you think of this?
I think he's all over it. I mean, monsters are they're back, man. Like and sort of kind of those classic monsters like Marty was talking about. I mean, let's remember they've built a whole theme park now down in Orlando, and there's a huge section of it devoted to these monsters. And yeah, it's crazy, and it's introducing an entirely new generation kind of into these characters. I mean, we had to walk out with every action figure of these monsters for my kid, and it was kind of a cool moment because he's thinks it's the coolest thing in the world, and he's never seen a single one of them. So yeah, as far as the book's concerned, at 7.5, man, I don't know, man. If I'm comfortable at that price, I could see this being a me buy right here. This is so cool. Definitely something I would buy and stick on the wall. Absolutely love it. And hey, who doesn't love a good 10-cent book?
Yeah, man. Chris, I feel like you have this in your collection for some reason.
First of all, thank you, Chad. I understood that reference. But this is incredible, right? This is definitely a ghost of a book. Most or all of the prize books from the 50s are ghost books. And I don't mean like ghost as horror. I mean ghost as you ain't finding that damn thing anywhere. It's amazing that one's on Heritage right now, especially with this other one on sale that sold recently. There's something about these old Golden Age books that, you know, as grotesque intentionally the art is, the appeal just cannot be denied. It cannot. Yep. And I don't care what condition you find this in. If you find it in the wild, you buy it. But I'm at the point in my comic collecting right now that I am pretty much buying any 10-cent book I run across, period. And mostly, as long as the cover's attached, that's all I care about. Because you got to realize Golden Age was 70 years ago. That's nuts. I mean, 1953 doesn't sound like a lot until you put it in perspective. That was 72 years ago. Come on, guys.
Yep. Exactly, man. Very, very impressive sale. Love seeing such books like this. Hit our list on the Shakers. Guys, Frankenstein, issue 23 from Prize back in 1953. Had a top sale for CGC 7.5 at $1,440. I apologize to everybody right now. If any munchies are caused immediately after seeing the next book, well, it is what it is. Because, Chris, what do we got next?
So before I give you this next read, just for the record, Travis, I believe you wrote the last one. because I think that you did everything you could to get Dick Briefer into the write-up.
For sure.
He's actually a relative of mine.
Then you definitely wrote it.
No, I promise he's not. I'm just kidding, but that would be great, right?
But I heard he was a relative of Dick Ryder. I think that was very similar to that.
But all right, let's
and if you don't know, Dick Ryder's actually a character, okay?
Who's also a relative of mine. Okay, we have our shaker number 5. While I got number 5 spots, while we're here, just take a moment and look at that bell icon and consider your feelings when you look at that bell icon. Because if you look at that bell icon and you feel anger and rage that it has not been rung yet, I encourage you to expel those emotions onto that bell icon and give that thing the tagging that it deserves. And while you're at it, drop a comment down below the towel bar and hit subscribe, because there's a lot of new stuff coming from Cover Price. We're talking new shows, we're talking new hosts, we're talking new days of the week, and you will know about it if you are subscribed, and you'll be notified if that bell icon has been rung. Speaking of rung, we've got Kenny, Kid, and Hip Hop by Acclaim and Valiant Comics back in 1992. And there is something about the Valiant Comics in the early 90s. They are promotional, they are crossover, there's lots of video game ones. And, when it comes to promotional comics, they've been a staple in the industry for decades. Some of these books have been mail-in offers, like the Nabisco Wolverine. Some of them were free giveaways or promos, like the Milkbone one with the new Superman movie. Promo comics featuring fast food businesses have been more popular than some of the other giveaways. And companies like Burger King, Pizza Hut, and KFC, they've teamed up with some major comic book companies for some major promotional items and comics featuring major characters. I mean, we had KFC and Green Lantern crossover, guys. Okay? The Colonel wielded a lantern ring. That happened. It's DC canon. Expect that in the next James Gunn movie. My God. All right. We last mentioned one of these books on the April 2024 Shakers list, which when you go read this article on Cover Price, there's a link to it. The vast majority of these books are tossed aside, covered in sticky, greasy fingers, or end up in terrible condition, as the kids or non-collectors are not really concerned with enjoying them past the car ride home. This then leads to higher grade copies of the books commanding a more premium when there is demand. Such is the case with this week's book, Kenny Kid and Hip Hop. This book appears to be a free giveaway in the KFC Kids Meals in 1992, and that's speculative, not confirmed. And it was published by Acclaim and Valiant Comics. This past week, a raw near mint copy sold for $400.
Yikes.
Lando, $400 for a raw copy.
I'll do it.
Damn!
Showing that extremely rare books like this can get top dollar if the right collector is looking. It is worth noting that there is a graded copy of a Spanish edition currently listed online as well. Well, there will be until this show's over, because I'm buying that sucker. This book has never been registered for a sale, but we may see a copy pop up after this eye-opening sale price. This is nuts. You know this isn't a full-size comic. It can't be, right? If it came with a kids meal?
I don't know if it's full size, but I do know it's finger licking good. Let me tell you, because this is absolutely...
Damn right, Lando is finger licking good.
90% of these books are covered in chicken grease. 90%.
Dude, I can't see myself reading this book without a bucket of popcorn chicken in front of me. I was just messing with Travis, and I'm like, dude, I'm so down for popcorn chicken right now.
So there was a point in
You're giving me the munchies now, Lando.
Marty's gonna Grubhub himself some KFC before the show is over.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you.
Yo, man.
There was a point in time in a young Dr. Yo-Yo's life where he refilled first aid equipment. I'm using third party. I refilled first aid boxes, and one of my clients was KFC, and I hated going there because you walk into the kitchen, you're literally sliding around on the grease on the floor. It is so disgusting, but it also never stopped me from getting my lunch. Yeah.
To no one's surprise, myself with Travis tend to go through a lot of food talks in our DMs for some weird reason. Travis, what do you think of this book, man?
Lando is the consistent recipient of my late night grocery rants. As I go to the grocery store and they don't have what I want, he gets the full brunt of my anger. This is so cool, and I agree with you, Chris. This has got to be a smaller size comic. I don't know if anybody remembers, like there were the X-Men comics from Pizza Hut back in the day, and they were smaller sized, and you remember they gave out the VHS tapes and everything. I remember having those. But yeah, I love these kind of super 90s, free giveaway restaurant books, and they've just got a special place in my heart because, hey, that's my generation. I love it. Yeah, but $400, holy moly, that's several buckets of chicken with sides or fixins. So yeah, that's quite a bit, but huge sale. So shout out to whoever got that. But this is an amazing.
Shout out to whoever sold that.
That's what I mean. I'm sorry. Whoever sold it. That's what I'm talking about. Whoever just got a quick $400 off of this.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, my man or lady. You absolutely crushed this. So good job.
Probably somebody who used to work at a KFC.
It was probably you.
Probably sitting in their attic, and they pulled it down. I wonder what this is worth, and put it up, and just got that mint going. My goodness.
Marty said he's got the munchies now after this one, and I don't blame him.
Right.
Guys, I almost want to do an entire episode based on just restaurant comic book giveaways, things like that. Even Happy Meal toys.
That would be a great show,
guys. If you go back, I mean, I remember going back in the 80s, man, mid 80s and stuff. These were very, very common. They would give these away like everywhere you went. You go to a BX. Or a base comic book store or post comic book store, or not comic book store, but they called them they just called them military bookstores, and that's pretty much where you would get all your comic books, magazines, and newspaper and what have you. But I remember they would pass out these little, sometimes they were small little ash can size up to mini comic books, and they would be related. They would put like AFIs on there. Armed Forces Exchange Services and stuff. They would put AFIs on the comic books, and they would pass those out. And I'm surprised, we're not seeing any of that, because if you think about it now, man, that just kind of brings it up to me that, hey, that might be something, because those are rare too. I mean, AFIs comic books. I mean, look at Mark Jewelers. I mean, people are always going out for Mark Jeweler inserts and things. So yeah.
It's a fire list when we're 43 minutes in and we're only at the halfway mark, guys. These books have been absolutely wild out the gate. I gotta quote Travis in the background in our private chat saying that, yes, the book might be raw, but y'all know that chicken is extra crispy. And yes,
the rocks you see here in the river are sandstone, but some people just take them for granted.
Yes, they absolutely do. They absolutely do. Candy Kitten Hop, acclaimed Valiant 1992 with a top sale for Run Your Mint, $400. Crazy. Travis, what do we got next?
A little bit of payoff for the foreshadowing from Marty earlier. We have Mark Spears' Monsters Kickstarter Edition number 8, cover B from Spears Comics 2024. Mark Spears' Monster series was revealed in late 2024 via Kickstarter, where it raked in more than $50,000 for the 8-issue run. And after quickly selling out, the series was picked up by publisher Keenspot, which began to reprint its own copies, including a recent free Comic Book Day prologue. Currently, Keenspot has solicited the 7th issue in the series, which is due on September 24th. But back to the original Kickstarter run, there are 5 different covers for this book, with many selling for hundreds on the secondary market. But this Dungeons & Dragons homage by Spears is now the most valuable, and on August 14th, a near-mint raw copy sold for $836. And for comparison, the VHS-inspired variant, limited to 66, has an average price of $564. Maybe Dan Panosian, maybe Jenny Frison, but who's had a bigger year than Mark Spears? And the man has just been setting up shop on the Shaker list this year. So, this is so cool. I have not played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons in my day. Shocker, I know. But
what?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? You would assume. But I am certainly familiar with this. This is so cool. I don't know that I must have missed this. I don't remember seeing this when I was going through the whole Mark Spears thing and trying to grab as many as I could. But now I probably see why I might have just happily looked over it, because this is a huge number for a raw book. 836, massive. So, yeah, Mark Spears is having an unbelievable year. It's just a super unique and immediately recognizable style. And, yeah, props to him, man, because just when you hit, you really hit, and that's awesome for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Spears is a phenomenal artist, but so is Matthew Waite, who's in the chat.
Hey.
And I want the whole chat to wish him a happy belated birthday. So
happy belated birthday! Should we sing him a happy birthday song?
Oh, if only we had some singers on this
right.
amazing.
But pretty much what you're saying in a very considerate and kind way, Lando, is no, Marty, we can't.
No, but well, I mean, we have Marty Yoki, so take it away, man.
There you go. I was wondering if I was still a Marty Yoki thing going on. Happy birthday to you.
We're gonna get struck again.
We're good. But all right, happy belated again, Matthew Waite. All right, talk to me, guys, about this book. Chris, I believe you played Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yes. There's really only one thing to say.
I want it so bad.
About this one, yeah.
So good. Lando, can you bring up my camera real fast?
Hold on.
Just because I want you guys to know at home that when it comes to D&D, I have a problem going on when it comes to classic D&D. Okay.
How did you set that up?
Why do you have them so near you so quick?
Because he has a problem.
Okay. So much so. Hold on. Go back, Lando. Go back. Okay. Look at this. This is from the Coleco, the Intellivision. I don't even have a console for this, but I got the box with the game. I have a bit of a problem, okay? I love D&D homages. Absolutely love. Get me off the screen. What are you doing? I love D&D homages. I'm very concerned with the books that just hit the ground. It's that bad, okay? But my God. What a beautiful cover. I did not know that this existed. I gotta have this. I got to get it.
Oh man. Absolutely.
Wow.
I want to clip that. Like, that was like, Call of Duty when you have sleight of hand, the perk. Like, dude, you would have those on deck ready to go. But man, Marty,
incredible.
What do you think of this?
Well, once again, how do you follow that? And I think there is nothing I could say that could even justify what I'm going to say next. But anyways, nevertheless, just my input. I absolutely agree with you, Chris. How did I miss this, man? This is such a old homage from the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons box set. Original, actually, I believe the original artist of that was Larry Elmore, which I had the pleasure actually meeting at a convention and getting some of my old artwork, especially the Dungeons and Dragons artwork signed by him, man. What an amazing guy, too. But like I said, this is an homage to the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I believe the original artist, Larry Elmore, was the homage they did onto that. I love this. I love anything about Mark Spears as well. I'm just so sorry I missed out on this, man. This is just a beautiful book, man. And to have this is really nostalgic for me because I played this. I played this growing up in the mid to early 80s, man. And I have so many good times with remembering playing Dungeons and Dragons with some friends, you know. And so this is very, very nostalgic. I love this. It brings me back.
Yeah, many people kicking themselves for missing the Kickstarter stuff when it comes to Mark Spears' Monsters. And here we've got Mark Spears' Monsters Kickstarter Edition, Issue 8, the cover B. Spears Comics 2024 with a top sale for a raw near mint $836. There's 76 of you watching right now. We appreciate you guys, and we appreciate Cover Price for letting the inmates run the asylum here tonight. So let's get with the next
one more thing, Orlando, hold on, one more thing. I'm just saying, I'm just putting this out there that, you know, if the fine folks at Cover Price want to buy me a birthday gift on Sunday, this is at the top of my list. Okay? Hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Hey, tell them to throw in 2 and send me the other one.
You got the sway.
Totally worthy. But all right, Marty, what do we got next, man?
Yeah, man, another one that I'm so ashamed of myself for missing out on, man. But we've got Power Girl number 6, Dan Panosian variant, 1:25 ratio, DC. Now, this is published in 2024. Dan Panosian has consistently been putting out excellent work for years now. Panosian has worked in various types of media such as advertising, game design, and film, but comics have been a major part of his work life since 90s. He's worked for Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, Boom, and Dynamite, among others. His recent cover work, though, is still Superman, Wonder Woman number 5, Red Hulk number 6, Absolute Wonder Woman number 1, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1 have all become very collectible and sought after with some increasingly great on the aftermarket. I'm sorry, hold on. With some increasing greatly on the aftermarket.
I won't do it.
Another cover that has gained popularity and increased in price recently is the excellent cover he did on DC's Power Girl number 6. This 1:25 ratio variant was a hit on the release and has since gradually increased in price. This past week, a CGC 9.8 graded copy sold for $225, making it a new all-time high sale. Man, I'm so bummed I missed. This is such a beautiful cover, and I'm a huge fan of collecting Power Girl covers too. I have quite a few collections that date way back of Power Girl, and I'm just man, what a great job. Dan Panosian has put out some really amazing work. One of my favorite ones that he did was an Absolute Wonder Woman variant where it's just the eyes, you know, the eyes just kind of draw you in. Yeah. I think he did a really beautiful I think it was a swimsuit cover too that was selling for fairly good, I think about a year ago or so. So he really puts out some bangers, man.
Oh, yes, that goes without saying. Anybody who follows me on social media or on my own channel, you guys know I am a huge Dan Panosian fan, and just another banger here. I absolutely love this cover. Chad, if people are complaining about the arms, it's probably because they don't even come close to what's being, displayed right there, man.
Nice.
I think Panosian did an amazing job. I saw Travis when he saw this one. He was all in his feels. He was like, "Whoa, I saw you, bro. What do you think of this
Man,
one?"
this is sold out everywhere, man. I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off, man, but I'm looking at pretty much almost a majority of every platform of online comic books, and this is just sold out. You can't get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So I said the thing about Spears having the great year, but I'm throwing the gauntlet down that who's had a better year than Dan Panosian? I'm gonna say nobody, because Dan Panosian has absolutely won me over this past year. It's just been every single cover that comes out, I'm immediately drawn in, and this one is amazing. I missed it. Sort of kicking myself on this because I usually buy these DC 1 in 10, 1 in 25s because for some reason they tend to sit for a little bit at my shop and then I can grab them fairly cheap. And God, this one sucks to miss on, but man, such an awesome book and worthy of the number that it went for, certainly. But super amazing. Dan Panosian absolutely doesn't miss lately.
Yeah, I'm with Liger, man. I think Shabina's definitely got up there with Panosian for sure, man, with having a stellar year, and some other artists as well. Many to talk about in the mix. But Chris, man, what do you think of this Power Girl?
Aesthetically, I like the presentation. Obviously, the character is beautiful, but there are things about this cover that don't sit right with me. And it has to do with some body proportion things going on.
Like
and
what?
The distance between the elbow and the wrist.
What?
Oh my God, Chris, you are seriously getting into so much technicality here.
So that's not the primary thing. You want to know what the primary thing is?
That almost sounds
Hold on.
like you're looking for a fault.
Marty, let me tell you what the primary thing that bothers me about this cover. It's the giant star in the background. Okay? The big star in the background, the bottom two corners are so spread out, and it's completely different than any other stars in the background. It's almost like a six-sided star, while the other stars are five-sided stars. That's enough to kick my
OCD.
Yeah, OCD off.
Dude, man, dude. Okay, can we agree? Can we at least agree that it is a beautiful, well done cover?
The Power Girl looks beautiful.
I can't talk to you. I'm sorry, I can't talk to you, man. I'm totally done. I'm done for the evening. I can no longer look you straight in the face as a man.
The stars are bothering me. The stars are bothering me. Even the shadowing on the stars. All the stars that are in front of her have the same size shadow as the other ones, meaning that they're all the same distance over different body parts at the same time. There's just
for a Power Girl cover, this is so much more conservative than what we typically see with Power Girl, wearing a one-piece bathing suit, man, and her tits popping out all over the place. I think this is really well done. It is an elegant cover that represents Power Girl and not so much of a sexuality form. It really puts the woman of power.
Marty, I agree
this.
with you. I agree with the presentation. I just don't like everything else that's on this cover. If it was, okay, let me put it this way:
solid black background, you're all over it, right?
All black background, or just do a negative white background and just do the contrast.
Right.
I'm all over it. I'm all over it. I'm a huge fan.
But your concerns over the star actually concern me, man. And I hope you never play Super Mario World because the stars in that game are not proportional. But anyways, very cool. I love Panosian stuff. Power Girl issue 6, the Dan Panosian variant 1:25 ratio by DC from 2024 had a top sale for a CGC 9.8 at $225. All right. What do we got next, guys? We still have 3 more to go, and we're already an hour in. Let's go. What do we have? Oh,
God, whose read is it? I forget. Is it my read?
yes, sir.
All right. I talk about that. Trying to defend myself there. Okay, we got Shaker number 8. This is Punisher number 1, the Mike McCone black and white variant, the Hero Initiative Atomic Comics by Marvel in 2009. We've discussed variant comics by Heroes Initiative before on the Weekly Shaker Report. The nonprofit supports comic creators in need and provides a safety net that includes financial aid, emergency medical aid, and opportunities to return to the business. Amazing Spider-Man 129 is a highly homaged cover with nearly 50 known variants to exist. I think it's a little more than that, actually. This Punisher #1 series from 2009 has 2 cover homages, with the main cover featuring the Sentry and a variant cover featuring Norman Osborn in the crosshairs. The Heroes Initiative variant is a sketch version of the main cover and could have been had for free at Heroes Con in 2009 if you signed up to become a member. With so many ASM 129 cover swipes, it's interesting that this book has gotten more traction in the last few years, as it sold raw for $35 4 years ago. Then sold for $90 last year and hit an all-time high raw price of $125 this week for a very fine copy. This price is $20 off the record high for a graded 9.8, folks. The Punisher continues to be a popular character, and one day he will return to Disney Plus in the 2nd season of Daredevil, as well as the speculated Punisher special, and may hit the big screen with Spider-Man Brand New Day. That said, I've always been a sucker for the ASM 129 homages. My favorite one is the Archie, Punisher versus Archie. That's my favorite of all of the ASM 129 homages. I don't have ASM 129. I wish I did. And this is a very, very nice cover to target if you are a collector of those ASM 129 homages.
Yeah, I like this, dude. And you know what? These Hero Initiative comics, man, not always easy to come across. I actually have never even seen this one ever. Travis, have you seen this?
No, I'm kicking myself. Heroes Con is my local con, and yeah, this hurts a little bit. But in my defense, I don't think I attended my first Heroes Con until after 2009, so I can't kick myself too hard over this. But this is awesome. I this is one of the most, well, maybe not the most, but it's one of the it's up there as far as one of the most homaged covers. It's a super cool book, but yeah, I've never seen it before ever. So crazy that it's so close to its high 9.8 for sure.
Yep.
Come on, chat. Come on.
Man,
they're roasting me in the chat.
They are roasting you, man.
I didn't go Power Girl boobies.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. It's all in good fun. However, there's some truth to that, right?
I love it. But yeah, guys, no, listen. I know we come for the information, the books, the knowledge, but the banter is always a great time, man. I'm having a blast with you guys tonight. Don't worry, it's all in good fun. But Marty, man, what do you think of this Punisher #1?
Well, I think for the most part, I have ASM, right? 129. You've got amazing ASM 300, another huge homage cover. I think these things are awesome. There's so many for me to keep up with, to be honest with you, that I really never got into them. I think they're cool. I think they're really neat. Especially there's a niche for collecting homage covers, especially this and amongst many others, of course. But yeah, I mean, if this is your thing, I mean, more power.
Yep. I like.
If you're gonna force me to say something negative about this cover, I don't like the way the Punisher is holding that rifle.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Okay. Interesting.
Let's not go there.
There is no scope on that rifle, and the art over Sentry depicts a scope. There you go.
Oh my god, man!
Roasted. Valid.
Lando, what have you been dealing with since I've been gone, brother? What have you been dealing with, man?
Marty, I've aged 4 years in 3 weeks. But no,
I'm so sorry. I left you alone with Chris, man.
But all right, guys, we had Punisher #1. This is the Mike McCone black and white variant. Hero Initiative Atomic Comics from Marvel in 2009 with a top sale for a raw VF at $125. Travis, we're close to the end. What do we got next?
Y'all buckle up. We got more stars to talk about. Star Wars Rogue One adaptation #1 photo cover 1 in 15 variant from Marvel in 2017. The Force remains strong with Rogue One, a Star Wars story, at least when it comes to this adaptation's photo variant. This 1 in 15 cover marks the first appearance of Cassian Andor, the Rebel spy turned fan favorite thanks to Disney Plus's Andor series. This week, a CGC 9.8 sold for $280, which set a new record. While the book previously reached similar highs, including $222 in 2020. This sale shows not only some staying power, but also real growth in a market where many Rogue One books have cooled. In total, there are only 56 recorded aftermarket sales, with a dozen of them in 9.8 condition. For perspective, the so-called crown jewel of Rogue One collecting, the 1 in 25 variant, once commanded $2,225 for a CGC 9.6 in August 2021. Today, the most recent 9.8 sale closed at just $134, a dramatic fall from its peak. That contrast makes this photo variant's resilience all the more impressive. So with Cassian Andor cemented in Star Wars lore, the book is showing signs of becoming the true long-term winner of the Rogue One keys. Yeah, this is the only one I don't have. I mean, I don't have actually, that's not true. I don't have the 1 in 25 either, but I have most of these, and it's really aggravating that the only ones that keep popping are the ones I don't have. But Rogue One, for me, like, favorite Star Wars movie, absolutely adore it. It's my favorite Star Wars movie, it's without a question. And it opened the door to Andor, which has been so much fun, and I have so much love in my soul for this piece of the Star Wars universe. So big sale. The interesting point in this read, though, pointing out the fact about the 1 in 25 and how far it's fallen in just a couple of years. The fact that this one has kind of kept its value is pretty interesting, or that someone just got really lucky on that 1 in 25 potentially. But overall, I think awesome book. I think it's a book that a lot of people probably have and don't realize that they have it in their collection. So it's pretty awesome. I'm really kicking myself for not having this one, because I'm pretty sure I had a chance to buy it off the shelf.
I'm happy that you said that your favorite is Rogue One, because I mean, outside of the OG episode 4, 5, 6, like, yeah, Rogue One definitely blew me away, man. And like you said, it opened the door for Andor, which has been by far one of the best properties to come out of Star Wars in recent years, man. And that's my take, that's my opinion. I love it. I'm happy that Travis likes it. Marty, what do you think of this?
I really don't know much about Star Wars, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I didn't really grow up knowing anything about Star Wars. But no. First of all, let me just say I am so pissed I do not have this cover, man. Yeah. Because this is a gorgeous all-white background cover that I love. And the way they have the back, you see the TIE fighter, I'm sorry, not TIE fighters, the X-Wing fighters in the back. I mean, it is just so well. I love this cover. Oh man, gorgeous! I'm so pissed I don't have it. Star Wars Rogue One really is where we see the seriousness of everything about Star Wars. How we saw Darth Vader just come out as that menacing, but powerful figure. And that is the first time we see Darth Vader in that. And the way Andor just built that storyline to what we see in Rogue One, and then just automatically, it's almost as if Rogue One was the next series, the next episode of Andor, right? Because they did such a good job on how they kind of how they influenced that and brought everything in. So I'm a huge fan of this. I really enjoy anything Star Wars. I'm a huge fan since the inception of it. So yeah.
Yep, happy to see this one hit the list. Chris, anything to add to this one, sir?
Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie outside of the original trilogy.
Yep.
And I've obviously seen them all. I am not as a diehard Star Wars fan as Marty. I probably would not win at the trivia contests, but I would pick him to be on my team, and I would win by default because of that. This cover is awesome. I have quite a number of regular covers of this. I managed to get them in bulk. And it's the first appearance of Cassian Andor, like the Reed said, and that makes it a key, right? Not only that, this art is beautiful and amazing. 9.8 for a CGC, a CGC 9.8 for $280 is definitely something to look at. You're looking at the raws for, what did it say the raw for this was?
What did it say?
Around 200, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
280, so a CGC 9.8, so you're looking at a raw around 220.
Yeah. This is not the only cover that's that's really expensive. There was another non 1 in 15 ratio. You could get it at Walmart.
The Walmart variant.
Yeah, the Walmart variant. The Walmart variant goes for $100 more. And you know it's the Walmart variant because it's the only one with that cover. That art style is unique to the Walmart variant. And so many of those were made and printed. And they weren't a ratio thing. They were at Walmart. It's harder to get those in good condition than these, which were incentives. But anytime, just do yourself a favor. If you're digging in long boxes, you're going through flea markets, you're looking at collections, trying to pick out what to buy from dollar bins. If it's Rogue One #1, grab it because it's worth having in your collection, and it's very easy to flip on the aftermarket. Whenever I get extras of like I said, I have a stack of them in my personal collection. Whenever I get extras, I put them online, and they flip quickly.
Yeah, man.
Quickly. These do not rest. Okay.
Nope. Exactly, man. And the fan base is very strong. Rogue One really
Very strong.
Yeah, it really made an impact for Star Wars fans and even the casuals like myself, man. But just to add to what Chris was saying, I'm happy you picked Marty because I know my prospects with a guy who's got Trek and Wars in his name. I'm okay to take Travis on the opposite side. So I think that would be fun to watch them duke it out. But anyway, Star Wars Rogue One adaptation #1, the photo cover 1 in 15 ratio by Marvel from 2017, had a top sale for a CGC 9.8 at $280. We finally made it to the final book. Let's see who's joining me, and probably a majority of us, in the O for Abyss. What do we got for the final book? Marty, take it away.
Bringing it in, and I have the pleasure of reading the last one. Number 10 Shaker brings you Wizard number 103, Black Widow variant, Wizard Entertainment 2000. In the spring of 2000, Winter Entertainment released issue number 103, commonly referred to as the Internet issue. Fans can explore its content further through podcasts like Wizards, the Podcast Guide to Comics, which emphasizes the magazine's focus on online trends. This issue also revives a nostalgic challenge, portraying comic via eBay in the year 2000. Officially dated April 2000, but hitting shelves on February 23, Wizard number 103 features a special variant cover showcasing Marvel's Black Widow, illustrated by J.G. Jones, with a cover price of $4.99. It reflects the era's enthusiasm for empowered female characters. Highlights include an exclusive interview with animation icon Bruce Timm, a Last Man Standing matchup featuring Batman Beyond against Spider-Man in 2099, and a fold-out poster of Batman Beyond. Other notable elements include a ranking of the 10 hottest writers, sneak peeks at upcoming comics, and polybag inserts titled cross-gen primer, which is a key feature, being the first partial cover artwork by Joshua Middleton. While raw copies typically sell for around $3, a CGC 9.8 graded 9.8 edition recently set records by selling for $314, making it the only example at the grade level and cementing its status as one of the most sought out after Wizard issue ever. But wait, there's more. Issue number 105 introduces the debut of the Century. All right, watch out. Hold on, buddy. I'm sorry. My cat's in my screen. Though this was entirely invented as an aftermarket marketing gimmick, the notion that Stan Lee had crafted a Silver Age superhero before the Fantastic Four sparked absolute chaos among fans. The same fabricated buzz appears in issue number 104, marking what might be the ultimate build-up for any new character yet. So, sorry about that, Reed, but I have a cat, and my cat is actually right in front of my screen. So he likes to kind of hang out here at night. So. Anyways, you know what? I wish I would have collected more Wizard magazines, because this started it all when it came to what we know and what we can read. Say even platforms like Cover Price, right? I mean, this is where you got your comic book news. So I've collected a few, but not quite a lot. I wish I had a bigger collection, like I said.
Yeah. Just to add to the information though, because Free Keys was asking what was the final magazine for Wizard, and it was 235 in 2011. And what's even funnier is that it's actually a cover that has Ryan Reynolds as the Green Lantern. So yeah, not only did that movie tank it, they tanked Wizard with that. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the case.
That's messed up.
Yep. But yeah, dude, I love Wizard magazines, man. Every time I see them, I tend to just pick them up, man. And some of my favorite covers, man, there's some Bart Sears stuff that I always talk about on the Wizard magazines that I just love. There's one particular cover that Bart Sears had done, and it was for, I believe, issue 9 that has Venom on it with the like American flag. And dude, I like that was the Venom American flag pre Clayton Crane. You know what I mean? Like for me, that cover is just absolutely stunning, man.
Yes, I know which one you're talking about. That was actually a very beautiful cover.
Yeah, dude, I love Wizard magazine. So seeing this here, man, is awesome. I wish I could see it in person, this particular cover. I wish somebody had a copy here. If only that would be the case. Maybe somebody could help us out here.
I don't know. Did you? A good question. Did you know, guys, that Crimson #1 in 1998 used to be a $5 comic?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. That's just who knew?
Not bad. But anyways, but Chris, what do you think of the book, man?
I love Wizard. I love the fact that Wizard is getting attention and big sales on the aftermarket. Free keys, discounts. These are. Remember that Cover Price is about the collectibles and comics surrounding collectibles. And so this is on the Shaker because it is not just comic adjacent. It is comic in line. Man, I love Wizard comics. I absolutely love Wizard comics. I've been slowly rebuilding my collection of Wizard comics. I had no idea.
Wizard magazines.
Wizard magazines. Thank you. I had no idea that this was a rare one. This was just sitting in my unsleeved stack of Wizards that I have on my bookshelf. But I saw this and I went, I think I might have that one. And sure enough, there it is.
Immediately, Chris started ordering bags and boards for magazines after seeing this slide.
Golden age bags and boards fit perfectly.
Absolutely, man. Travis, what do you think, baby?
I do not have this. I have 0 Wizards in my collection, which is pretty darn depressing. But this is a pretty awesome sale for whoever was the lucky person to sell it at that price. Had no idea. I had no idea J.G. Jones did this until I saw this today. So this is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of J.G. Jones. The suit is a little not dark enough for me overall. I think.
Are we doing this again?
I'm kidding. No, it's a great cover, and there's not much else to say, man. Like, I love Wizard. I've just never gone down the rabbit hole because I know that's exactly what it's gonna be. Oh, cheers, amigo.
Travis, I was just gonna say I'd like to know what Chris thinks about the proportions here.
Man, as you started rambling and ranting on that one, I was like, "What is going on tonight? There's no choice but to hit this.
Move this man!
Yeah, man, boo these guys. But guys, that was the shaker list for tonight. Again, man, always good times. I don't know if you guys want to even run through the daily shakers. We're an hour and 20 minutes in.
No, I think we're good, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But we did talk about a giveaway, so let's at least do that. I know that Cover Price openly offered to give away a T-shirt, which was very nice. So I appreciate them doing that. So what we'll do is we'll put in a hashtag, man. We'll let Chris pick the hashtag since he was very entertaining tonight with his takes.
Hashtag I have a problem.
Hashtag I have a problem.
I understand your addiction.
Yeah, exactly. We all understand the addiction. So hashtag I have a problem. We're collecting the comments as they come in. And guys, whoever wins the T-shirt, just make sure to DM Cover Price over on Instagram. Let them know. Hit them with your address, and also hit them with, your size of T-shirt, and they'll send it over to you. So the hashtags are starting to pour in, so that's good. We're collecting those.
Free T-shirts by Cover Price for everyone.
I want to talk about this real fast. Wizard Comics is why I collect. Wizard Magazine is why I started collecting comics to the level that I have. It's also why I wanted to do this show in the first place, and why a long time ago I reached out to TiVo. But look at this. So top 10 comics. Lando, look at what that number one comic is right there. Number one comic in the year 2000 was the Tomb Raider number 2 variant by Dan Jurgens and art by John Sybil. This is it, man. Why do I do the Shaker Report? Why do I like doing the top 10? It's this. It's my growing up in this magazine. This is it right here.
Yeah. Man, guys, I don't know about you guys. I had an absolute blast tonight. Again, happy belated birthday to Matthew Waite. Matthew, yes, I did see that. Dude, it's funny because I feel like if ever Matthew and I bump into each other at a con, man, there's going to be a ton of wrestling talk, comic talk, lots of geeking out going on. So I really hope that...
It sounds like there's like a little bromance going on there, Orlando. Okay, yeah, I might get to this vibe, man. Yeah.
Matthew Waite is an awesome dude. I love your work, and I actually ordered a crap ton of your books from Comic Exposure just a few days ago. I can't wait for it to get here so I can start adding to my collection.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude. So I love one of the best in the game when it comes to remarks as well, guys. If you like remarks, obviously we're not gonna run through the daily shakers because we went well overboard. But this was one of the most awesome times I've had doing the shakers with you guys. But of course, don't forget to check the website, guys. Hit up the daily shakers, and you'll see that obviously, like I said at the beginning of the show, this updates several times every single day, man. So you want to check it out. There's an amazing book that I see right there in the second row for that amazing Spider-Man. Not the first time we see that there. Yeah, man. Dude.
Hold on.
Yeah. This,
real quick, to back up my argument. Scope crosshairs. Oh, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bless this man's soul. But anyways, of course, like I was saying over on the Shakers, not on the Shakers, on the Cover Price website, there's the daily Shakers. You guys can run through that. As you can see, some of the books we even spoke about are there as we speak. And there's also some cool filters. And as an example here, Chris, scroll up to the top. and show us with the filter. Hit me with the all-time high sales right there. Only show all-time high sales. This is what I use for my show when I go live on Sundays, guys. I check out what are the top sales that took place over on Cover Price throughout the week, and I love talking about these. Man, if my wife saw that Nakayama Wednesday cover, it's game
Wednesday,
over.
yeah, that's a nice,
Yeah,
well done
I
Wednesday
saw that.
cover, and it gives me really bad thoughts, man.
Oh, my man, my man. But all right, let's do the draw for the t-shirt now. So I'm just gonna share the screen. We'll see who's gonna take home this t-shirt. And like I said, guys, don't forget, when we see who wins this, make sure you DM Cover Price, and we want you guys to give them your size and your address. They'll get that over to you. So drum roll. Let's see who's taking home some new merch. You've got Lord of Brooklyn, BK for life. I'm so happy.
Lord of Brooklyn,
Lord of
congratulations,
Brooklyn.
BK for life, man. Nice,
Yeah, man.
congrats.
Lord of Brooklyn, congratulations. You have a problem. You have a brand new
He hit the hashtag. He hit the hashtag. So
This
there
is
you go.
and this is our therapy. This is what we do.
Right.
Exactly. But all right, guys, let's go around the horn and say goodnight. Travis, take it away.
Thanks, guys. This was great. Hey, that's all I got. This is a fun time. This is a blast. So, yeah. No, thanks for having me back. Thanks, Cover Price, for putting up with me. And, yeah, looking forward to it again sometime in the future, guys.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely. And the door is always open. You're more than welcome anytime. Chris, welcome back. Here we go. Shakers, baby. Well, welcome back. I mean, you've been holding it down for all of us the last couple of weeks. So thank you for everything. But yeah, man, take it away.
Well, the kind words.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I have a video for everything.
I do.
He's got a video for every
If you
moment.
give me the host duties, I'm going to refresh the media library. That's just how it is. Okay. But
Lord forbid, man. Lord.
I love doing this list. I love doing this show. I love hanging out with you guys. I mean, I love talking comics, man. There's no other place that I can go and talk comics on a regular basis with, people I get along with and stuff like that. This is it. This is the place. And yeah, man, thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you for letting me wax poetic about problems I have with booby covers and all that.
Stars. And stars. Apparently stars, dude.
Stars, yeah.
Every show I learn something new about the panel members here, and so yeah, interesting.
Great times, great times. And speaking great times, man, Marty is finally back. It was an absolute blast tonight, man. Yeah, dude, you were heavily missed. I know the viewers obviously missed you, but myself, dude, the whole panel, we all missed you significantly. So happy you came back, Marty. Send us home, baby.
Oh man, I missed you guys. I missed doing this. Most of all, I missed our friend TiVo, man. And this is the reason why I come here and do this, is because leaving a legacy here, and not to mention being able to just hang out and kick it with you guys, man. It's fun, man. I enjoy this, So, and I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate Cover Price for giving us a platform to do that, because they don't have to do this, and for them to be able to provide that for us, and for us to come and have fun, it's an amazing. So much gratitude for a lot of this, and you guys, may the comic gods continue to bless your long boxes and fill them with gold, silver, bronze, gold, and gold. Excelsior, guys, and appreciate you guys out there. Thank you.
There you go, yeah. Excelsior, man. Well said. Guys, have yourselves a great weekend. We'll catch you next week. Adios.
For the entire crew, this is T-Bo saying keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.